We had so much fun with the girls in Paris, and I'm super excited to be on set today with one of the girls that we discovered last year in 2020. And the way she got discovered was the funniest ever, but she'll be telling us her story. And in less than a year, she's already working for the biggest top brands in the whole world. When I say top brands, I mean top tier brands in Paris and then in Milano. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another exciting episode of The Star Maker. My name is Joram, and guess who's on set with me today? I know you're all dying to know who the girl is, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me the gorgeous, beautiful, talented, we call her the baby Iman. Who knows, she could be the next Iman. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, Jimai Hoth. Hi, Jimai.
Hi, Joram.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Great, welcome back from Paris.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you're glowing.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, and so who's Jimai Hoth?
Jimai Hoth is a South Sudanese girl, and she was born in Kenya and raised in Uganda.
You speak Swahili?
When I came in Uganda, I was just 5 years, but I
God.
grew up in Uganda, so I went to school, so I got mixed up with English, Uganda, so I had to forget the language because I was so young by the time I came to Uganda.
So literally you lived here in Uganda your whole life?
I've lived here like for 11 years in Uganda.
Uganda. Uganda.
Njogera Uganda.
Ogambo cha Jimai.
Tewali Ogamba
Oh
Tijoro.
my God. I'm in shock. I actually thought, originally from South Sudan, raised in South Sudan, but I'm so happy that you do have literally Kenyan roots, Ugandan roots, and then, South Sudanese roots. So how was it growing up as a child, Jimai?
Surprisingly, I've never been in South Sudan.
What?
Yeah, I was born in Kenya, then came to Uganda 2007. But growing up in Uganda is so nice because I remember the first day I landed in Uganda, I was so young, I started having friends, but I wanted to communicate with them. I would hear them speaking Uganda, but I always have that interest of learning and feel in space with everyone. So till that time I started learning, and that's how I caught up with all the language.
Oh my God, well done. So the biggest question, how were you discovered, Jimai? Because so many people must be wondering, how did this tall, beautiful, gorgeous lady end up in modeling?
Like, as I used to grow up, I used to love modeling. I love putting on something and represent myself to everyone. So I was discovered in 2020 at the end of the year. Wow. It was December, my birthday. So whenever I move in the streets, I go everywhere, people call me model. I'd be like, wow, people can even see me as a model. Oh.
That's because you're beautiful and you're tall.
Yeah.
And you do have the features, yes.
So my birthday was in Munyonyo Caramel. I was celebrating I was making 18 there. So a lot of people wanted to communicate with me. So there came a waiter and he was like, there is a lady who asked for your number. I was like, what? I'm busy. She will come, I'll give it to you later. And to find out, this lovely lady, she's called Carol.
Oh, bless you, Carol Flower.
I didn't meet her, but she was so interested to have my contact. But I just had that feeling, I had to give it out. So that's how I was discovered. Then after like 1 week, I got a call from Joram. I was so surprised. I couldn't even believe it. It's Joram calling me. First of all, I knew about Joram, but I wasn't that confident to come straight because I thought that even this scouting, they pay a lot of money to get into, because I see the girls are going international, they're traveling, like it's a big dream. Like I couldn't even believe it, but I was just so weak to calm myself. So Carol pushed me. Yeah. So when they said that if you're meant for something, God will use these people. So he used Carol through that.
Oh, thank you so much, Carol Flower, the CEO of Fezavo. So how was the development process for you?
So the first time I came in, I was so shy.
I remember.
I found you sitting there on your seat. I would wanted to whisper to you. You called me, but I just said, if I want this, I have to go for it. So by the moment I joined, I was curvy, I remember, I was fat. I was like, how will I even make it? I met the twins and they were so skinny. I was like, I don't belong here. I don't think I'll ever make it to here. So And I started like developing this. I started having classes, there's shoots. Like I started going a lot of process. That's how I started learning more about the industry. So that's it.
Amazing. Because, there's so many young people out there that are watching that feel like, okay, Jimai was discovered at, a birthday party.
Yeah.
And just like that, things happen for her. Can you let them know exactly what happens in the process of development? What do you guys learn? What do they even teach? Yes.
Like in the classes, we learn how to be confident. These classes have really taught me a lot. They teach you more about the international world here. It's not how people think it is here in Uganda. It is not. There it's so different. They teach you to be confident, to be tough-skinned, and to not take rejection so personally. Because if you talk of rejection out there, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
So you never knew. Everybody have their own season. So even teaching you how to have test shoots, how to meet different designers, to go for shows. So that's how the development has been moving here in Uganda. Yeah.
Very nice. And then what are some of the shows that you did here, some of the shoots that you did here before your final breakthrough came through?
I remember my first show was SKP.
Oh, wow. For
Yeah.
Sheba Kasami. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for giving her a chance. Yes.
Yeah. The next show, I think my last show was for Janzi Awards.
Oh, the Janzi Awards. Oh, she
Yeah.
also worked at the Janzi Awards. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So I remember your very first time traveling, international, going abroad. Was it like your first time on the plane? Oh, girl, you were already like, on planes the whole time. How was the whole experience?
Oh.
You traveling to Milan?
Oh, let me say it's my first time traveling alone. I've never moved out of home alone, like to go somewhere. No, I always move with my family, my sister, somebody. But there you are definitely alone. You reach somewhere and you meet different people. It was quite very, very hard. But since you know what you want, you have to keep going.
Exactly.
So the moment I reached Milano, oh God, it was freezing. It was so freezing. So I thought maybe the way we see things on TV, on what, no, this is real.
Totally different. It was a different world.
The moment I landed in Milan, like, they just sent me an email going for casting. Immediately. So I started doing castings straight away from there.
Okay, so how was the whole casting experience? You casting for the top brands in the whole world in Milan?
It is so nice. And at some point it's hard. But if you have that belief, what is meant for me, it will surely be for me. Because you meet a lot of different girls, girls who are beautiful, tall, they're just like you. And you can't say there is nothing, you're perfect there. If it is meant for you, it will surely be for you.
Yes.
So.
And take us through your very first booking in Milan, because I'm very sure the minute you did so many castings, I'm very, very sure. But then still, out of all these castings that you did, it's not like a guarantee that you booked all of them. But then how was it booking your very first show, Alberta Ferretti?
Oh, Albert Ferretti,
Yes.
I did the castings. And you know when you go for casting, they don't confirm you immediately.
No. Yes.
You have to get a call back. And sometimes it's not like it's definitely yes, because you never knew when they could drop you. They keep on changing their minds. So I went for the Albert Ferretti, the first casting, so I got a call back. Then they called me again for fitting. So I went. I was so excited. Then I went back home. I was like, God, if it is meant for me, it will surely be for me. I couldn't even stress myself out of it. But I got a confirmation email. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm starting with this big show.
I know.
Thank you, Jesus. I was so happy. So I was so excited about that. Yeah.
Congratulations. And Alberta Ferretti is such a huge brand.
Yeah.
So we would like to also thank, Alberta Ferretti and the whole team at Select Milano for making this happen. So how was it? Did you ever get lost in Milano, going to castings? Because I know there's a young girl out there, young boy out there watching, and they feel like, oh, it was quite easier for her in Milan. How are you getting around in Milan? Where do you guys sleep in Milan? Like, how is life in Milan generally?
Okay, life in Milan is nice. The first difficult thing I found is the weather. It was so cold, and nothing being indoors. You go for castings, you go for what. And the first day, they sent me a driver. The next day I had to get a SIM card, SIM card. So I got it, then they were like, you can use train, you can use bus, anything like that. But I was so scared I would get lost.
So you guys just literally just have to read the map.
You just have to use your map. But at some point, everything is written in French.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like you have to translate it and be so fast. So the first day I took a train, I got lost. I got lost.
Yeah.
Then the next day I was like, you know what? If I want to learn, I have to be alone. I have to find my way out. Since the day I stepped out, I was like, I'm going to find my way. I remember I had a casting to go to. I was scared to use a train or bus because I thought I would get lost. I had to walk, and it was like 30 minutes. But I said, no, I have to walk because I had my map, and you have to be fast.
And you made it.
Yeah, I made it. So,
well done, Jimai.
Thank you.
So the transition from Milan and now back to Paris. Because I'm sure you started with Milano, then you came to Paris, and in Paris you killed it. Tell us about your Paris experience.
So the first time I landed in Paris, that city is so nice. It's beautiful.
Woo!
It's
I could literally live there. It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Yes.
It's just that I reached at the moment of Fashion Week, but it's the best place to chill, to have fun, families. You see a lot of different things, different life. So the moment I landed Paris, I went for castings. I went to a lot of castings. You meet a lot of girls, a lot of different people. And my first show was, I think, was Rick Owens.
Dang.
Yeah.
Immediately. How was the experience working with Rick Owens?
It was so nice. Like, they're so crazy, they're loving, like, they make you feel home. So I went for fittings. We were very many girls who went for fittings. So I had one of my friends, we live in the same hotel. So she was like, I did fittings, tomorrow I'm walking Rick Owens. I was like, also me, we're gonna walk it together.
Yeah.
So the next day, time was passing on to reach midday. They didn't send us an email.
Oh my God.
So she told me, I didn't receive anything. Then I was like, okay, let's forget this. I think that show is not for us. Finally, I just saw an email. I was so excited.
Confirmed for Rick Owens. Yes.
I was so happy because I remember the last one they told me, they told me, see you tomorrow evening. So I was like, did they just like me or they just wanted me to be happy? But at some point, I was so excited. I just rushed there and did everything. And I thank God for that.
Damn, it's so hard booking shows in Europe.
It's so
That's the
hard.
one thing that I noticed.
It's
and then
so
you're
hard.
done with Rick Owen, and then you walk for my favorite Hermes. How was the experience working for Hermes?
When I went for Hermes casting, I went there 3 callbacks.
What?
I had to fit in everything there.
Oh my God.
And they would take pictures.
Oh
wow,
my God.
wow. Like, the designer was happy, everyone. A lot of girls went, but it's few who booked the job.
Exactly.
So I just thought, since the boots don't fit me, they won't book me.
They might not confirm.
They might not confirm because the designer wouldn't change the shoes because they're the boots and the easy ones. So I was like, it's okay, maybe they won't. But I didn't have that negativity thought in mind. I was like, if it is meant for me,
It's
it
gonna
will
happen.
be for me.
And I like that. So to the young girls and young boys out there that are watching, sometimes you have to believe in destiny. You have to believe in fate, because at the end of the day, you're going to do everything. Your agents will do everything, but there's a supernatural power out there that, you know, literally God has to say yes to you or no. And
true.
that's how it is in Europe, because so many people believe, oh my God, these girls just get on planes and jobs are waiting for them. But it's a jungle. The hustle is real. So you're done with Hermes and then you walked for Kenneth Easy. Girl, how was the experience?
Oh, when I went for the casting, I met a lot of people. Like, people are so many there. But the time I reached in, they were so happy to see me. They took my digitals. Then after I went back home, I went back to my model apartment. Then the next day they called us for fittings. I had to fit in the design. I was like, wow, it's nice. But I was already used to that word. I would be like, what is meant for me to shoot? Because they would scream, wow, you look nice. And surprisingly, they don't book you.
They don't call you back,
So I was like, okay, let me just go back home. Let me just wait for tomorrow. Then luckily, I got my confirmation. I was confirmed for the show, so I was so excited. They were so loving. And it was so cold, but
you had to like just give it your all.
You have to give it your all.
Which other shows did you work in Paris?
I think that was my last show in
It
Paris.
was your last show. So you did James, Kenneth Easy, and Rick Owens. You did 3 shows in Paris.
Yeah.
Well done. That's huge. Because I know how hard it is to book shows in Europe. Because me being there during, this season that you girls literally had to debut, because this is her very first season, and she did very well. I realized that the competition is stiff. There's like so many models of color, there's so many black girls, which is a very good thing because right now the movement is on. Thank you, Naomi Campbell, for pushing this, but the legendary icons, but I know the competition is stiff. Yeah. So how were you handling rejection? Because I know you went to so many castings and it doesn't look like, oh, you booked everything, because people out there watching must be like, oh my God, she went to like 10, 50 castings, but then how are you handling the rejection of people saying no, you're fitting in and then you don't get callbacks? How are you handling rejection, Jimai?
Like, as for me, rejection is too much there. And the thing is that you don't have to take it personally, because once you do that, it will affect you mentally.
Mentally, yeah.
And sometimes you just have to be like, if that's same what I always tell you, that what is meant for me, it will should be for me.
That is going to be my mantra. What is meant for you,
it will
be for you.
Yeah. So you meet a lot of different girls, you meet a lot of different people, casting directors, and sometimes when you go with, let me say, a known model, or let me say an old model, and for you, a new face. So it will be so hard to tell that old model that, no, yeah, thank you. They will just have to drop you. But some of them were excited to work with the new faces. But I was so excited because it was my first season. I learned a lot. Everything I went through, I was seeing it, I was learning. And I always tell my fellow models that what is meant for you too should be for you. If you book something today you didn't, just believe that the best is always yet to come. So that's what I always
That's
know.
absolutely amazing, because I've realized that so many models internationally, models, beauty queens, like sometimes they don't know how to take rejection, whereby you realize that we're having so many, there's like high increased rate in suicide, that people are committing suicide because they don't know how to handle rejection. But to you out there that is watching, at least you've heard it from Jimai, sometimes what is meant for you will always be for you. And even me, like how I usually go through rejection is to also believe that today was not a good day, tomorrow is going to be a better day. Because not all days are going to be great. There are days that are going to be absolutely amazing, and there are days where you're going to be crying. So to you who's watching, if it doesn't happen for you now, always believe that tomorrow it could potentially happen for you. Thank you so much, Jimai, for representing not only just German, but literally representing the whole motherland, Africa, for you to be out there to carry this torch and let people know that dreams are valid, dreams are possible. Well done. And we can't wait to see what the future holds for you. I have had a fantastic time on this particular episode simply because I strongly believe that anyone out there can absolutely make it in life. You've had Jimai's story. Started at her birthday party when she was turning 18 in a restaurant, and God used an angel called Carol Flower. Thank you so much, Carol Flower, the CEO for Fezabo, for starting this amazing, we call them diamonds, and see where she is right now, working in Paris, Milano, and very soon heading to London. My name is Jam, and thank you so much, people, for subscribing to our channel, watching this show, making sure that every time we post a new episode, you're always there to watch it. Thank you so much. Tubagala nyo, tusimye nyo. Until next week, I can't wait to see all of you again. Keep watching the Star Maker. Love you. Bye.